All right. Welcome, everybody. I am Kevin Patai. I am the digital director for marketing at Howard Hanna. Thank you guys all for coming today. We're here today to give you a high-level overview of your new Howard Hanna mobile app. If you haven't seen it yet, you've gotten at least one email, if not two, or maybe even three, with your individual URL, and all of these things will be gone over in this overview. I will actually send out one more email tomorrow for those of you that did miss the email or didn't get it for whatever reason. I'm really excited about this. This is the first time outside the Open House app that we've actually had a Howard Hanna app. Something that you as an agent and your customers and consumers can load on their phone and get more business for you. So really excited about this. It's going to be great. It is great already. We have thousands of people have already added the app to their phone. So with that, I would like to introduce both Kayla and Rachel from Smarter Agent. That's the company that has built this app for us and the engine that runs it for us. With that, I'm going to kick it off to them, and they're going to tell you all the cool things you could do with your app. Oh, and one reminder, sorry about that. I forgot Kate's job. We need to, any questions you have, please put them in the Q&A. Some of them will be answered during the broadcast as things are going on, and we'll take notes of things that we may not have the answers to or could not get to. There will be time at the end where they will we'll read through them and try to get the ones that weren't duplicates that have not been answered. So when the webinar ends, hang on, and if you have questions or you want to just hear the questions that are being said, we'll answer some of those as we go. So please put the questions in the Q&A and not in the chat, and that would be great. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. And with no further ado, here's Rachel and Kayla.
Hi, everyone. So I am Rachel Palucci, as Kevin said, Marketing Engagement Lead at Smarter Agent. And I am joined today by Kayla. Say hi, Kayla.
Hi, everybody. I am the Customer Success Manager at Smarter Agent. So I'm one of our account managers, and Rachel and I work together to make sure everybody is successful with their apps.
Cool. So we've got a lot of good info today. So we will just jump right in. So I think now more than ever, we've realized we're living in a virtual world, and we are connecting with our clients and prospects in different ways. That's changing. And I think in spite of anything, new technology is here to stay. And Hannah Casey recently in an Inman interview kind of echoed that very statement. She said, we've learned to live in a virtual world. Brokers have invested in tech that allows us to keep doing business no matter what. So that's why we really want to get you guys up to speed on your apps and be able to just conduct business from wherever, whenever. And so, you also want to be where your consumers are. According to NAR, there are 90% of home buyers find their homes on a device. 40% of your business comes from your repeat and referral clients. And 40% of people have found their real estate agent from a referral or a family member. So this app is really a tool to hit on each one of those points. So what is a real estate app and how can it benefit my business? So by having an app, you're already one step ahead of your competition. And taking that time to learn about it is an awesome first step. So welcome, everyone. You may be asking yourself, what is this app? How can it benefit me? And I think a common misconception is that you can only use an app to kind of capture new leads. With your new Howard Hanna app, this is not the case. It's actually even better than that. So it's a great tool for you to share not only with new people that you're prospecting, but also past clients and their sphere of influence to really build your repeat and referral network. Let's go over a little bit of what we're going to cover today. So first, we're going to hit on why use an app and the benefits, logging in and why it's critical, key features and functionality, and why downloading and sharing is really a key to the app. So we have a little bit app timeline here, so you can see how the app's going to be rolled out. We've been working hard with your Howard Hanna team on making this launch successful. So over the next few weeks, the Howard Hanna app launched on Tuesday, June 2nd. The next day, you received a welcome email from your Howard Hanna team. So that email included how to download your app and the registration links for the upcoming trainings today and then Monday, which is kind of a little bit deeper dive. If you're an agent that had a Realty USA app, you would have received a notification on your phone to update your app. And then once you do that, it'll rebrand you to your current Howard Hanna app. The app will also update for your clients as well. So you're in the first training now, and we have another one, as I mentioned before, scheduled for next week. So be sure to follow up with Dominate Your Market with your app. And this will give you some useful tools and tips on integrating the app into your business and daily routine and following up with your clients. So that's just a little bit of a deeper dive. So your new Howard Hanna app. Let's highlight some of the key points. You can easily share it with your sphere of influence. It includes all the listings in your MLS. It works on both Android and Apple devices of any kind. And you can easily be contacted via text, email, and phone by any of your clients. So let's go over a little bit about how you can get started. The three key app steps that we like to kind of instill in everyone is you want to download the app, you want to log in, sharing with your sphere of influence and all past clients, because this will really equal your increased repeat and referral business. So by now, as I mentioned earlier, you should all have received your welcome email on Wednesday, June 3rd. This email came from your Howard Hanna team. It contains your unique link to download your personalized version of the app and your login instructions. If you need any assistance about this, your Howard Hanna help desk team is available to support you. So the first step is for you to download your version of the app. One way this can be done is through your unique link. This unique link is made up of the Howard Hanna app link plus your unique code. The unique link leads to a landing page where you or your clients can download your app. So you want to promote this link in your email signature, on any marketing materials, on your business card. So any place you really promote yourself and your business. You can visit the link on a desktop computer and it'll prompt you to enter a phone or email address to send the app link to. Then it can be clicked on from the phone and you can download the app. Even easier than that, if you or your client clicks the link from their phone browser, there will be a download now button feature at the top of the screen. And they can click on that to be brought to the app store to download it as well. So you can also download it via text. Each agent is assigned a unique app code, which they can text to the Howard Hanna 10-digit number to receive a link to download. The 10-digit number is the same for every agent, but the code is what makes it unique to them. So now you know a little bit about the how and why of the app. Kayla is going to run us through some of the most useful app functionality. So take it away, Kayla.
So everybody, like Rachel said, we're going to go over some key functionality and start out with some differences between the company app and your agent app. So here's a side-by-side of the company Howard Hanna app and an agent personalized version of the app. You'll notice that they are very similar in design, but the agent's version is personalized to them with their name up there underneath the logo. As we go through this presentation, it's important to note that we always want the agent to have your personalized version of your app on your phone to share with your clients. You will know it's personalized because of the way you see it here. Your name should always be up at the top, and if you don't see that and you just see the national logo at the top without your name, then you'll need to go through and follow some steps to personalize it. The Howard Hanna support team is available to assist you. However, we will also cover in this presentation how you can get your version on your phone to share with your clients. The home screen of the app has multiple preset search fields, which are GPS enabled. So the app automatically picks up the location of you or your consumer and returns properties based on your location. In addition to this, users can search by zip code, city and state, full address in the search bar, and at the bottom of the home screen displays closest properties in rotation. This shows properties that are the closest to the user based on their current location. And to access the expanded menu, you just click on the 3 stacked bars in the upper left-hand corner. This will bring out a list of full menu options, including a contact block at the top to contact you directly. You'll notice that your photo and your name are here as well, along with quick links and buttons to get to your contact information. If you tap on the advanced search button from the menu, you can also perform a more intuitive search and search by city, state, property type, price, number of beds or baths, distance from a certain area, or even the MLS number. We're really excited about this advanced search because we've just launched our new search suggester, which populates suggestions as soon as you start typing. So Howard Hanna is actually one of the first to receive this new feature, and we think it will really benefit your clients. Once a search is conducted, it will return a list of properties based on your criteria. Saved search notifications are available as well. So whenever you perform a search, you can save it and set up notifications that include instant or daily notices, which can be sent via email. This would populate all properties that fall within your search parameters. After a user has created an account, they can also set their notifications for saved properties and searches. And property notifications can include price change, open house, and off market. You can also select the frequency that these are received, daily or instant, and how you would like them to be delivered. Another feature you can use is a map view. The default is a list view. However, if you tap on the map icon in the upper right-hand corner, it will take you to a map view so that you can view listings based off of a geographic area. This option is also available from the home screen. The map draw feature is another great map feature that allows you to draw a custom parameter on the map, which will narrow down your search results. If you want to search for properties in a specific area that you don't necessarily know the exact zip code for, you can just tap on the map draw icon and use your fingers to draw a parameter on the map of a certain area you want to search in. As you can see here, once you've drawn the circle, properties will appear within the search area and notify you of the price. After you select a specific property, users will be able to see the property detail page. From this page, there's also the ability to perform certain tasks. This includes contact. By tapping on the contact button, users can call, email, or text the agent directly. If email or text are selected, a pre-populated message will be sent to the agent, which includes the specific listing that they are inquiring about. Nav uses the phone's map or navigation app. Users can get directions directly to the property this way. Refine takes the users back to the advanced search field to edit their search parameters. Share can be used to share the property via text, email, Facebook, or Twitter. And when sharing through one of these methods, it will pre-populate the agent's unique link to download the app. This is a really great way for agents to share and promote specific properties. So anyone who visits your unique link will have access to download your personalized app. And then of course, save. Saving a property or a search allows users to receive notifications relating to that property. As you can see, if the phone is turned into landscape mode, the property photos will actually rotate into a larger frame as well. So sharing properties is easy. There's a share button on every property. You can send the property link through text, email, or even on social media. And when your contact receives the link, they can click on it to be brought directly to the property details. We want you to be as accessible as possible since this industry relies heavily on connection. So to support this, we feature contact buttons on every screen of the app. Contact buttons can be accessed via the expanded menu or on any of the property details or search fields. As an additional benefit, the emails and text messages create a pre-populated response, which includes information about the listing or screen that they're looking at. This allows the agent to know exactly what they're looking at and gives them some context so that you can take the proper approach to communication with them. Your contact information is pulled from Hanna, so if you discover your app, phone, or email address is incorrect, please work with your help desk to update your information through your system. Next, let's cover how you can log into your app. Logging into your app is critical, so let's talk about why that is. It is incredibly important because whenever you log in as an agent, you are now able to contact the listing agent from your app and also access the agent dashboard. These are features available to agents only, so once you activate your account and log in, you'll have access. Clients and prospects using your app can only contact you, the agent, whose app they have downloaded. They will never contact the listing agent. So once you've downloaded and installed your personalized app, you'll want to log in as an agent using the email that is assigned to your account. This is also the email where you're reachable if you click on the contact email button in the app. The email is also pulled from your Hanna profile, so if you are ever unsure of which one to use, you can check there. You will click the login button from the menu, and then once you reach the login screen, click on the agent login feature at the bottom. You can enter dashboard as the temporary password to activate your account. After you've entered your email and temporary password, you'll receive an automated email to activate your account where you can then reset your password to whatever you choose. You'll then return to the app and log back in with your updated credentials. And then once you're logged in, just click on the 3 stacked bars in the upper left-hand corner of the app and select Agent Dashboard. This will open your Mobi board, timeline, and client features of the dashboard. So the third key step to success is sharing with your clients and encouraging your clients to create an account on the app. So Rachel's going to go ahead and go over why sharing your app is so effective.
Hi everyone. So with mobile access, you get faster and easier access to search tools as well as an interactive experience. As we continue throughout this presentation, I want you to think of your app as not only a home search tool for clients, but a digital business card for yourself. By clicking on the Share App feature, you'll be instantly able to share your app via Facebook, Twitter, email, or text message. And again, while the messages are pre-populated, you can edit this text before each message is sent if you would like to. Using the expanded menu, click the Share App feature, which is highlighted above. This will allow you the opportunity to share your personal app download link with your sphere of influence, again, via Facebook, Twitter, email, or text. And you can modify that post online to promote your app itself or even highlight an upcoming open house. This is a great opportunity for clients to also share and market your app, which will generate all leads and referrals directly to you. So here is a little bit of a walkthrough of how your app kind of is always working for you. So you want to always call, text, or email your sphere of influence and past clients and check in with them regularly and consistently. So for instance, you're up in the left there and you share your app with a past client like Bob. Bob shares it with his wife, Carol. They're searching for a home together. And Carol realizes that she really likes kind of searching and saving properties on your app. She shares it with her coworker, Mary. Mary really likes it. She's looking for some homes. So she shares it with her son, Chad, who's looking for a home. Chad calls you about a home. You set up a showing with him. He kind of saw some cool stuff on your app. He shares it with his friend Jim from work. Jim shares it with his girlfriend. And then all of these kind of people who keep sharing, all of those become leads for you. So you just shared it with this one person, Bob, and you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new leads. So that kind of is just a little illustration about how your app kind of is always working for you. So let's keep going. So you can share your app via text message, email, and social media. So this is a really great way to constantly be promoting your app. So you also always want to encourage your clients to create an account of their own. This benefits them because they can get to the most up-to-date MLS information. They can then share, they can then save properties and search and kind of have their own little account set up. So this helps them, and then it helps you because you can see their contact information. So agents can contact the listing agent. So when you are logged in, your clients and prospects using the app can only contact you. So promoting your app to your clients, as a reminder, your app is downloadable via your app download page as well as by text messaging. We suggest starting with picking 2 of these methods to start. So you can put it on your marketing materials, you can put it in your email signature, you can add it to your business card, open house flyers. You'll want to post about it on your social media regularly. So, you know, a couple times a month, kind of put it out there and all the benefits that it has to your clients. You always want to think about, you know, kind of what's in it for them. So what is your agent dashboard and how do you use it? Kayla's going to walk us through a little bit more about your agent dash and all of its awesome benefits.
So logging into your agent dashboard as an agent will give you key actionable insights into how consumers use your app and enable you to tailor follow-up and suggest the perfect properties and more. So let's go a little bit deeper into your agent dashboard. The dashboard has 3 components. The first one is Moby Board. This is where you can see a summary of your stats within a date range. Timeline is a real-time activity log, just like a news feed of what's happening in your app. And Client is a profile on each user of your app, properties they've viewed, recommendations, and contact information. You want to make sure that you're logged into your agent dashboard. If you go to your expanded menu and you scroll down and see agent dashboard, within the menu, you're good. If not, repeat the login steps we mentioned earlier in the login section. Once you log in as an agent, there will be an agent dashboard button on your expanded menu. Once you open the agent dashboard, there will be 3 lines in the upper right-hand corner. This will expand your menu and allow you to select Moby Board, Timeline, or Client, depending on which section you'd like to review. So let's review some of the key features of Moby Board. If you start to use your app and you're wondering, are my users engaged with my app after they download it? What are some of the hottest properties in my market? Or even how am I comparing with other agents? Moby Board will give you those answers. At the top of the Moby Board, to change the date range, you just click and pick a wide range from the pop-up calendar and click Update. Once you do this, you can see your overall usage within that selected date range. For example, you can take a look at the number of opens, number of unique users, number of new users, numbers of leads, and number of times the app has been shared, as well as how many sets of notifications have been set up. The portal is scrollable, so you can scroll up or down for information. The middle section shows you an activity score. This summarizes how engaged your users are. So you'll notice underneath that your top 50 users within the date range are listed. There will be a colored dot next to them, which corresponds with the activity score wheel above. This color coding is present throughout the dashboard, so you'll notice it in other places like the timeline as well. You'll also be able to see any contact information as well as their last search, in addition to whether they are an Android or iPhone user. It's important to note here that every user in your app is assigned an ID number. Due to Apple's mobile privacy rules, we're not allowed to collect the user information until it is provided. So your Apple users will remain with a temporary ID number until they either contact you via email or create an account to save properties and searches. Android users are given the option to share their contact information with you before creating an account, but if they opt out, they will also be assigned a temporary ID number until they create an account or contact you via email. This is why we mentioned earlier that you always want to urge your clients to create their account and give them the benefits of saved properties and searches, so that way you can capture their personal information as well. At the bottom of MovieBoard, you'll find two leaderboards. One shows the most viewed properties within your MLS. This is a great way to see the hot properties on the market. And the next shows you how you compare to your peers. Next up in your agent dashboard is the timeline feature. If you've ever wanted to know when is the right time to reach out to a client, what your clients are searching, or what properties your clients are truly interested in, timeline is where you can view that information. To access, you just click on the three lines in the upper right-hand corner to expand the menu and click on timeline. Timeline is a good feature to see daily activity like a Facebook or newsfeed, like I said before. So you can see who's using it. You just click on their ID or their email address to open their client profile to see more details. If you have the ability here to see, you have the ability here to see what properties your users are saving in addition to what they are searching. If there is contact information available to them, you can contact them directly from the timeline. You can also click on their ID number, email, or phone number to be brought to their client profile, which leads us to the next important section in your agent dashboard, which is client. Client is an amazing feature in this portal. You have the ability to see where your clients are searching and saving. With this tool, you have the power to stay ahead of your clients and provide them listings based on what they're currently searching for. We want you to know what your clients want before they tell you. So in the client's profile, you can see their contact information, the last time they used the app, in addition to the properties that they've been searching. You can recommend properties to your clients based on their saves and searches and be the foremost expert on what they need. So here you can have access to view all of the activity of one specific client so that you can tailor your communications to their needs. You can see the neighborhoods and price ranges most searched for, in addition to the summary of activity for that particular client and recommendations based on their activity. You will get recommended properties based on the client searches, in addition to seeing what properties they are viewing. The recommendations are properties that fall within the price ranges and zip codes that they're most searching in. As we mentioned, your agent dashboard is designed to help you stay ahead of your clients' needs. You can watch their activity so that you can be the first to understand their desires, show them new properties, and win their business. Utilizing MovieBoard and Timeline for an overview of activity and client to understand the details will help you stay ahead of your clients. Your agent dashboard is also accessible on your Go Hanna account through a shortcut. Once you've activated your agent account on your phone, you'll be able to use this button to view your dashboard on a desktop along with your other tools. And remember, if you need to update any of your contact information, your name or your photo, you can do so in Go Hanna. The app will update within 24 hours. So what now? Here are a few actionable steps that you can take to be successful. First, you want to download your app and activate your agent dashboard by logging in. Then start sharing your app with your clients, both past and present, and encourage them to create accounts and start sharing as well. You can add checking your agent dashboard to your daily routine to stay ahead. And of course, leave a review of the app in the stores and ask your clients to do the same. The better the reviews, the higher the results in the stores. So we always want to make sure that the app is getting lots of reviews. And if you have any questions or need support, please click on the app help button located on your expanded menu. This will open a ticket directly to the support team and they'll work with you on resolving any questions you have. Thank you so much for your time today. We hope this was a great introduction to your app. And before we open it up to questions, we're just going to give you another quick reminder that there is another webinar for Monday at 3 p.m. called Dominate Your Market. And this will actually be a deeper dive into the Engage portal and how to integrate it into your business. So before we leave you, we're going to go ahead and address some of the questions that have come in and review some of the more common ones. And then, we'll stay around for a few more minutes. So if you have any additional questions, go ahead and start typing them into the Q&A box. Okay.
What do you think, Kaylee? See any good ones?
So we do have a question here about in the Mobi board. When you click on the leaderboard, the information that shows there for the properties is actually going to be all of the MLSs that have access in the Howard Hanna app. You guys do have MLS data throughout your company, so keep that in mind. So it might not be specific to your MLS only.
I think we had some questions about agent login. Let me, I can scroll back to
we can go back to that slide.
Agent login. Maybe answer a couple while I'm going back there, and then we can kind of go through the login steps again. That's always a really good one to review, I think, because that is the most important step.
Oh, I do have a good question here. Someone asked if you open the app and you declined the GPS ability and decide that you want to add it, if there's
that's a good one
in the app. This actually should be something you can check in your device settings for your location services settings. So if you download the app and you decline enabling GPS, you can visit your settings and take a look under location services and which apps are enabled, and you should be able to, there's usually a toggle next to the app that you can turn that back on. So that's a good place to start.
Cool. So steps to log in as an agent. This is really good also to keep the recording of this webinar if you ever need to refer back to logging in. So you want to click those 3 lines that opens the expanded menu, click login, and then when you open to the next screen, at the very bottom where it's highlighted in yellow there, it says agent login. So you want to make sure that you're hitting agent login. And then when you hit that, you can put in the email that's associated with this account. And then everyone's password at this point is dashboard. So you just put that in and then that will kind of let you in. You'll go back to your email, your regular email, and it will want you to reset your password, and that kind of activates the account. So you always, of course, with any new account of any kind, you always want to, change the password. And then you can go back to your app. And it's almost like step 3. Then you enter your email and that new password, and that should get you in. And then on the very step 5 there, if you see agent dashboard pop up in that expanded menu, then you know that you've logged in correctly, and you should click that, and then that'll take you to Mobi board, timeline, and client.
And while
So,
we're back on this slide, I had another question come in, but that's actually related to consumer accounts. So if you are directing your clients to make an account, they're going to visit the same login button in the menu. But if you look at step 2 there and you look at the top, that's actually the consumer login screen, and there's a button there for them to create an account. So if you're giving instructions to your clients, you just want them to go to the login button. And then on that first screen, there's a create an account option, and they can create that there. And then that's the same place they'll go back to log in. So they just kind of stop a step ahead of you.
okay, let's see. Is there a way to keep the date set? It's very real-time information. So kind of every time you want to go in there, you do want to adjust the date range to maybe a week or 2 prior, because that will really help you to kind of see more information.
And then Rachel, actually, if we want to go back, I know we have some questions about sharing the app. So if we can go back, let me see what slide we would want to go to.
So here is how you share your app. Again, the more you share, you know, we saw in that little illustration, the more it will kind of take on a life of its own. So again, if to always get to that expanded menu, it's those 3 lines. Click on there, scroll down to share app, and then what will pop up is over on the right, where it's text, email, Facebook, or Twitter. So it's pretty simple. Again, that's kind of shows your little circle of life. And then this is kind of what they all look like. So there's text. And again, that pre-populated message comes up, but you can edit that however you want. You can mention something that you had been talking about with that lead prior, a certain property you had referenced. You can kind of add in there, or something you know about them. So that's completely editable. Same thing with email, and then same thing with Facebook or social media. Those are all completely editable.
If you're in the agent dashboard and you're missing the 3 lines at the top, try pinching your fingers together on the screen to minimize it a little bit. That screen actually has an ability to zoom. So sometimes if it's zoomed out a little bit, those 3 lines will disappear up in the corner. So give that a shot as well. I just noticed a question came in about not being able to see timeline. So just double check there, and you should have the menu option up in the top right corner once you do that.
I think someone had a question about the new feature, the search suggester feature. Kayla, do you want to go a little bit into that and how it benefits?
Sure. So we can go over this in a little bit more detail. The new search suggester is actually going to start offering recommendations for search parameters when you start typing in a place. So for example, if you started, I know we've got some agents in the Pittsburgh area. So for example, if you started typing in like Squirrel Hill, or any of your local neighborhoods, North Hills, South Hills, if you start typing in a location name, it'll actually make recommendations based on your what you're typing in, and it'll give you options for cities, as well as neighborhood, school districts, and various various suggestions based on that. So it kind of widens your parameters beyond just the city name or the zip code. You can kind of take a closer look by neighborhood, school districts, things like that as well. So those recommendations will actually auto-populate when you start typing. This actually works on both the advanced search screen and if you go to type in a search on the home screen. So keep that in mind as well.
Yep.
If you're
Oh,
trying,
sorry. Go ahead,
sorry.
Kayla.
If you're trying to log in still and you're having some issues, either getting a message that you have an invalid email address or just an error that your password's incorrect, if you've tried it and you've tried to log in more than once, go ahead and attempt to use the forgot password option, because sometimes you'll attempt to log in and think that it wasn't successful, but it actually will be, and it activates your account. And that means that that temporary password won't work anymore. So it's only good for one login. So if you've already attempted and you're still having issues, try using the forgot password link, because sometimes that'll help you get past that. The app does not yet use facial recognition. That's a great question. So right now, no, but we'll possibly integrate with that in the future. But right now, it would just be logging in at a traditional style login.
Okay, I was just going to say, it said, how do you change your email account when you're setting up your account? If they wanted to change their email, is that in Go Hanna?
Yeah, everything, if we want to go back to that slide towards the end, everything about your app in terms of your contact information and your name is going to be determined based on the information that's in Go Hanna. Your apps are created and updated based on that information, because that's what's sent to us. So if you have any information there that maybe you can't find where you need to update it, reach out to your help desk. They should be able to assist you with that. Like I said, that's all going to be through Go Hanna. So just make sure that you're checking there first, and if for some reason you're having any issues, just go ahead and reach out to the help desk.
Hi, everybody. This is Kevin here. I just wanted to chime in on that one in particular. Just to note that you cannot change your actual email address. So if you need a different email address, I believe you'd have to go through the IT help desk and find out if that's something you can do. But you can't go into the website admin and change your email address like that.
Yes, and just to let everybody know, somebody said, will you share the slides? There will be a recording sent out to you guys, so you can go through this at your own pace. It's a lot of information kind of just to take in the moment. So it's a really good idea to, kind of go through the recording, have your app open, go back and forth. Don't feel like you need to answer every question in this second, because you will get a recording of it sent from Howard Hanna. So you can kind of go through at your own pace and do a little bit of step-by-step learning.
And also don't forget, you can join us on Monday, because Monday we'll be going into the Engage portal a little bit more. So if you have
that's a good idea
about
too.
how to use that, we're getting a lot of questions about the agent dashboard. Just make sure you register for Monday. We'll provide even more information there. So your questions might be answered during that one as well. So keep that in mind.
Agent dashboard, sorry. And I think somebody asked about how often MLS refreshes. It refreshes every hour. Okay.
Someone asked, how long will you stay logged in for? That's actually a really great question. By default, the app is going to keep you logged in unless you manually log yourself out. So unless you deleted and re-downloaded, or you manually logged yourself out, then you should stay logged in. Also, on that note, keep in mind that once you log in as an agent on a device, your device will be remembered by our system with agent capabilities. So even if you log out, you'll still see the access to listing agent information and to your agent dashboard, or at least it'll prompt you to log back in for that part. So just remember that once you activate as an agent, that device is remembered, and you will continue to see the capabilities and the agent dashboard button in your menu because it's been activated. So even if you log out, if you try to log back in as a consumer to kind of mimic what they might be experiencing, keep in mind that you might still have those agent abilities. So don't panic if you log out and go to a property and still get listing agent information. It's because you've already activated your device.
The next webinar is Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern, just FYI. I think a couple of people are asking what time it was. See if there's any other ones that are kind of general for everybody.
Here's a good one. How do you edit the text message? So whenever you're in the contact menu and you click on the text message option, it's going to open the texting app on your device. So the message will come up in the box where you would normally type, pre-populated, and you can make any edits you want there. Just so you know, if you're going to send out, share your app via text message, you don't just have to use the pre-populated message. You can kind of customize that and tailor it to your clients and into your voice. So keep that in mind.
If you have tried putting in your email and then the dashboard password and it doesn't work, make sure that you have first hit agent login. So I think sometimes people just try to put in the email and the password right away with skipping that like key step. I've done that myself, so. Kayla, do you want to go into a little bit how they contact the listing agent once they're logged in as an agent?
Yeah, so basically all you would need to do is go to the listing and click on the contact button, and that information will show up for calling and emailing. This is dependent on the information provided by the MLS. So if the agent didn't include their email address and only included a phone number, you might only see a call option. So it does depend on what was provided with the listing to the MLS, but all you have to do is go to that listing and click on contact. And we do have some questions regarding the information in the app being passed to your CRM and Real Scout. So just so you know, this is not currently set up for the app. However, we'll be continuing to improve and continue future development with your team. So if you have any suggestions or requests for other information or other improvements, make sure you send that feedback to your help desk or to your managers, and we'll keep that in mind for future updates. But again, currently there is not an integration, but just keep that in mind as something you could pass as, you know, an improvement you'd like to see. But we do have, you know, plans for the future for any additional integrations that might happen. If you are on a listing and hit the contact button and you're not getting listing agent information, you're just getting your own information, that means you have not logged in as an agent successfully yet. So double check to make sure you're not logged in as a consumer, because if you're missing the agent dashboard button from your menu, it means that you are not logged in as an agent yet. So just double check on that.
I think some people were looking at how to get to MobiBoard. So again, it's those 3 lines in the right-hand corner, and then you should be able to choose MobiBoard Timeline Client if you're logged in as an agent.
Well, I'm going to jump back in here and thank both Rachel and Kayla for their time today. Again, it's a great app. Those of you that have already gotten to try it out, you could probably attest to it. I know you have a few questions still. I think what we're going to do is a couple of things. One is I'm going to send out an email tomorrow with a few things, so keep an eye out for it. One is going to have a link to the recorded webinar. Two is going to have a link to Monday's webinar. And three is going to have your individual agent link URL to download your app for those that either can't find it, haven't seen the email, whatever it is. We'll send that out we'll send it out another time for you to be able to download your app. And moving forward, you'll have to call the help desk to find out what that URL is. I think they showed it to you earlier in the presentation, but it really is fairly simple formula if you want to try to figure it out on your own. App.howardhanna.com, and then it's a / and then HHRE, and then whatever your website is. So if it's kevinpatai.howardhanna.com, you just do the Kevin Patai. If it's sallyagent.howardhanna.com, you just do Sally Agent after that HHRE. So we're also putting together a frequently asked questions, and that little formula will be in the FAQs for you. So we will definitely have some more support for you for your questions along with this presentation today. So again, Rachel, Kayla, thank you both very much for your time today. Really appreciate it. It's a great app. Everybody's loving it. We have, I think Kayla told me today, over 4,000 people have signed up for, whether it's the agent themselves or customers signing up with that agent, have downloaded over 4,000 times already, and that's in just over a week. So that it's great to hear. So share your app, get used to it, share it, get it out there. It's a great piece for you to build your business. So thank you all very much. Enjoy your afternoon, and we'll all talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.